Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs from all over the world, please make welcome the truth guy, Mr. Home-Based Business himself. The man of the hour, everyone's favorite, Kerry Miller.
And here we are, man. What Thursday night? I cannot believe it. What a week this has been, man. What an exciting week it's been. Let me pull up my show notes here. And out on the road, just getting ready to go to Dairy Queen, actually. Looking forward to it. Going to go get some ice cream as soon as the show's over with and get fatter. Well, I can't remember what night it was. I think it was Tuesday night. I announced that, hey, I'm fat. Nothing I can do about it. Hey, what do you think about my setting here? What do you think about the new look? We got the pink stripes in the back and got the neon on the screen here. And we're trying to duplicate this in our studios. We're in a different place tonight. And we're going to try to duplicate this in our studios because I really like it. I've always been a neon kind of guy, pinks and neon greens and pastel colors. I've always liked that. But tonight, we're going to kind of wrap things up. We're going to take everything and put it all in a big ball. That way you can kind of listen to it over the weekend and kind of say, you know what? This is what I'm talking about here. This is the things that I want to do. And this is where I need to go. And I really need to sit down and put together a plan. Even today, I was thinking, I've got a couple of things I'm getting ready to launch. And I'm starting to plan it out and put it all on paper. And I talk about all the time being able to whiteboard it out or storyboard it out. I'm getting ready to start storyboarding things out. And so I'm pretty excited about that, and exactly the direction we're going for the new year. Got a lot of great things going to be happening in the new year. But this week here, and let me turn this off real quick because it's going to start. Every time I start, people start messaging me. I don't know why that is. I mean, it's like I don't know really. I don't know if they see it come on. They say, "Oh, let's message Kerry," because he always says, "Hey, somebody messages me." But this week we talked about a few things, and I'm gonna prop my show notes up right there if I can. We talked about the downside and the upside. We talked about, can you work from home? We talked about why a home-based business. We talked about drive, desire, and passion. The three things that you have to have in order to be successful in business. And without those three things, I'm going to tell you now, without those three things, you will not be successful. It's not going to happen. And I don't mean just successful in business. I mean successful in life, successful mowing your yard, successful cranking your car, successful maintaining your car, maintaining your family, all of those things. If you have zero desire, zero drive, and zero passion, nothing's going to happen in your life because pretty much you're just going to be stale on a couch somewhere. What do they call that? A couch potato? You're going to be a couch potato, about half baked probably, and with no butter. You even have to have a little bit of drive to put butter on a potato. So you have to have those things. So I want y'all to see here. See this? This isn't my cat, but she loves me. She gets on my nerves. She's trying to go behind my my laptop, and she wants to. I don't know if it's because it's warm or what. But anyway, I want you to think about this. Why a home-based business? We're going to go ahead and wrap her up. Why a home-based business? Because in today's society, everybody realizes that working from home is the place to be. Why a home-based business? Because that is where your overhead is lower, your return on investment is greater, you have the ability to make more money, you have the ability to control your own lifestyle, you have the ability to control your time and everything that you do. Now, the second thing is, can you work from home? Can you? That's the question. That's not saying, can you work from home? I'm saying, can you work from home? I don't know, because you have to have the ability to make things happen. You have to have the ability to do things. And nobody's going to push you. Nobody's going to tell you to punch a clock. Nobody's going to tell you to wake up in the morning. Nobody's going to tell you to do any of those things. And the question is can you work from home? Do you have what it takes in order to manage your time, manage your day, manage your business without someone telling you what to do? I don't know if you can or not. That's a question you have to ask. Most people fail working from home because they do not have what it takes to work from home. They do not have the ability to manage themselves. You see, when we go to school, we're taught to do one thing, to be an employee. It's just the truth. I don't care how much money you spend at college, you're taught to be an employee. When you go to school, they teach you, hey, you're going to be an employee. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to be. And you're going to work for somebody for 30 years. Well, that doesn't even happen anymore. I was just watching the news before this started. Southwest Airlines, somewhere around March or April, is going to lay off 6,500 people because they're broke. They're running out of money. And this is what people don't understand. And this is the thing that this comes in, why a home-based business and can you work from home? And this is part of the downside. You have to have revenue in order to have a business. Now, a lot of people say, well, how much does it cost to start a home-based business? Guys, I could start you in $1 million business tomorrow for about $100, and teach you how to do that. But the question is can you do it? Can you make it happen? Can you do those things that you need to make it happen? We're going to take a real short break real quick, but I want to show you something real fast here. Next Wednesday, we've got a very, very super amazing guest that's going to be coming on board. Her name is Chloe Forbes Kinlan. She's out of Scotland. She's an entrepreneur. She's in the web industry. She helps businesses create websites in order to bring people and increase their ROI and get the information out. So I look forward to having Chloe with us next week. But we are going to have her. But we're going to take a quick break. I'll be back here in about, 20 seconds.
Thank you for being a part of the Truth Guy broadcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at KerryMillerTV. And of course, listen to the Truth Guy podcast on the go at thetruthguypodcast.com. And now, welcome back your host, Mr. Home-Based Business himself, the Truth Guy, Kerry Miller.
Okay, let's talk about that downside for a moment, and that's where we were at. I want to stay on that. There's a lot of downside to building your own business, and one of those is discipline. You have to be disciplined, and if you're not disciplined, things fall apart very quickly. It takes a lot of discipline to own your own business, and without that discipline, without being able to control yourself, control your time. I know people, man, they make a lot of money. They may sell something and they'll turn around and they're making, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month. And this is what happens to people without discipline. They do not know how to manage their money. And every month, it's no different than if you had a job. You're literally spending every penny you have month to month, and you're broke. A lot of people will say, well, I don't understand it. I want you to think about something for a moment. One of the tightest margins in the industry for entrepreneurs is restaurants. The reason restaurants barely make it month to month is because they do not know how to manage their margins. They don't know what their cost is. They don't know what their overhead is. They don't even know what it costs to put a hamburger together. And I grew up in that industry, and I'll never forget my dad. He could tell you what it cost to put a pickle on a hamburger. He knew what it cost to put one slice of tomato, two slices of tomato. He knew what the patty cost him individually. He knew every single thing about it, all the way down to the paper that wrapped around it, and what it costs for someone to bring it to your table and wash that dish after it's over with. That's how disciplined you have to be. You have to know your numbers. I talk to people, and we're going to talk about this starting next week. We're going to start talking about knowing your numbers. You heard me say the other day about analytics. You have to be an analytic genius. And you have to be that analytic genius because you have to analyze every single thing you do. I don't care if it's working from your home And you say, okay, well, it doesn't cost me anything to run my business. Yes, it does. You're going to have an increase in that electricity because you're going to have computers running. I have two cell phones. I've got one here and I've got one over here. That's an extra 70, $80 a month. I have several computers. I have all the tools I need to run my business. That they don't give that stuff away downtown. You've got to purchase that. I've got lighting systems. I've got everything I need to do what I do. It's thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I couldn't do what I do without it. I've got to have it. I can't run a conference. I can't do the things that I need to run my business. So you have to say, okay, I've got an operating budget and I've got this and that. You have to be disciplined, and you have to sit down and you have to put all of that together. Or every time you make a sale, you do what? You break even and you make no money. And I know a lot of people that do that. They're making $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, and they're breaking even, but they think they're making a ton of money. Let me tell you something. There are millionaires today who are making $1 million a year who are absolutely broke. If your outgo matches your income, you are BROKE. I hope you understand that. Many of you probably listen to Dave Ramsey, and he'll tell you, if you ain't got no money, you broke. I don't care how much you make. If you don't have any money, you're broke. So let's talk about that drive and that desire and that passion. Let's go ahead and wrap that up for the week. It takes a lot of drive to own your own business. And a lot of people, when they realize that, they say, this isn't for me. And it's not. So don't waste your time. I call this the Truth Guy podcast for a reason, because I'm fixing to tell you the truth. If you do not have the drive to run your business and make more money and do those things, then don't even attempt it. Because what'll happen is you'll attempt it and you're just going to lose money. You might as well just wrap that money up in an envelope and send it out to your friends, because that's what you're going to do with it. You're just going to kind of throw it out the window, and somebody's going to pick it up. So don't waste your time. I have people call me all the time for consulting. They need consulting, and I always give 30 minutes free consulting. And people say, well, Kerry, you charge $250 an hour to consult somebody. Why would you give somebody 30 minutes for free? Because I don't want to waste their time, and I don't want to waste mine. It's not worth $250 an hour to tell people what to do, and they don't do it. And then when they fail, who do they blame? They blame you, So don't waste your time. You have no drive. You don't have the desire to wake up in the morning and make things happen. Being an entrepreneur takes a lot of hours, takes a lot of time. You have to post. You have to do all these things. You have to get your brand out there. I talk about branding all the time, and that's something that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks or so. You've got to brand yourself. You have to let people know who you are. The most important part of your business is you. Everybody needs to know who you are. Everybody needs to know who Kerry Miller is. Every time I tag something, I tag it the Truth Guy. I'm watching the numbers in my podcast go up every single day. I watch the numbers in my Facebook page go up every single day. I've just started tweeting. That's how I met Chloe for next week. That's how you do it. And you have to network. And it takes a lot of time to do that. So you have to have the desire and the drive to make that happen. We're going to be back here in about 30 seconds. Everybody hang on, man. Hang on to your shorts, because we're going to clean this thing up. And I know without question, if you want to be successful, you will be.
Thank you for being a part of the Truth Guy broadcast. We look forward to seeing you Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time as Kerry shares his insight in helping you build your dream and success. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at KerryMillerTV. And of course, listen to the Truth Guy podcast on the go at thetruthguypodcast.com. And now welcome back your host, Mr. Home-Based Business himself, the Truth Guy, Kerry Miller.
And real quick, I just want to remind you next week, our Entrepreneur Spotlight is going to be with Chloe Forbes Kenlin. This little quote on the bottom is what really drew me to wanting to ask her to be on the show. I was 4. I used to sing for sweets and money, dot, dot, dot. And you can go to her website and read the rest of that quote. Just an amazing person that I really am looking forward to having on the show. But now let's go back to the last thing. Probably this word is, out of everything we talked about, out of all the 6 things that we talked about this week, this word will literally change your life and change everyone's life around you. Passion. Passion is what makes relationships go. Passion is what makes your drive and your desire go. Passion is what gets you up in the morning to work your own business. Passion is everything. And I know I've got this beautiful, cool pink background tonight, and pink is associated with what? Pink is associated with passion. And that just happened that way. But, passion is something that comes from here. It comes from your heart. You have to be in love with what you do. You have to be so in love with what you do that you don't want to do anything else. I want you to think about when you got married or the first time you met your girlfriend. And I talked about this the other night. The feeling that you had in your heart, the excitement every time you saw that person, everything around you was right there. I mean, you were this laser focused, right? You have to have that same passion. See, this cat loves me. It has a passion for me. That's why it wants to get up here and be loved. You know, you have to have that passion. You have to have a passion for your business exactly like that. Every time you think about it, your heart needs to swell. Every time you make a dollar, you need to be excited. The passion has to come through. When you talk to your customers, and I'm going to tell you, this happens. You're having a bad week. This is going to happen to you. Happens to me all the time. You're having a bad week and the phone rings, or you got to go out and make a sale. The minute you walk in to talk to that customer, they know you're having a bad week. They know that things just fell apart for you. And who wants to do business with someone who's not passionate about what they do, about their customers, about the people that they surround themselves with, and about waking up every morning, giving it 110% to make it happen? Nobody wants to do that. People want someone that is going to give everything they have to make sure that they are successful. And that's just the way it works. We had a great week this week. We had Melissa on this week. We've talked about the downsides, the upsides. Can you work from home? Why a home-based business? Drive, desire, and passion. And I want to close with the upsides. There's nothing like being successful, looking in the mirror every day and knowing that you gave it every single thing that you had to get where you are. There's absolutely nothing like it. If you will wake up in the mornings with that passion, with that desire, with that drive, and know that you can work from home, and why, the WHY, why you want to work from home, everything's an upside. You don't start falling down. You start getting to where you want to go. The downsides are going to come, but they become little speed bumps. The speed bumps will be overcome. You're going to be face down in the dirt. You're going to feel like everybody's trampling on you. But the next morning, you're going to wake up with that same passion, and you're going to make it happen. And nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to stop you. Next Wednesday, make sure put it on your calendar. Chloe Forbes Kinlan, right out of Scotland. She is a web designer. She is an amazing entrepreneur. She's going to be sharing her heart, and she's going to be sharing with you why you need a website in your business. Guys, we're going to wrap it up. It's been 20 minutes and 44 seconds, and the time goes fast when you love and enjoy and care about those that you're working with. Everybody have a great day. God bless. Guess what Kerry's fixing to do? He's going to go get some ice cream at the Dairy Queen. I cannot wait. Frankie, my buddy, take us out of here.